So, if you haven't been living under a rock, you know that there was an article that came out, multiple articles that came out, sound bites, clips, etc., where Mike Brown could be heard in a post-game interview calling out Karl-Anthony Towns for his lack of effort getting back on defense. We're going to talk about that. Jalen Brunson. We also got an update with JB. I spent a little time on that. But this is a level-headed Knicks talk show that we're going to get to the bottom of whether or not there is a real problem between Towns and Brown. Welcome to the show. I am your host, Karan Pierre, the Objective Fan, and I'm straight out of Kings County, New York City's finest. And you know the vibes. Tell a friend that we're live, man. Welcome to the show, man. Action-packed show. Hopefully you guys are, having a good evening. I wanted to do something right before the game. I saw this early in the morning. Because last night we did a show, so because we do the post-game shows, it's hard for me to keep up with everything else that's going on because it's a lot going on at night, right? And then sometimes we'll be on for 2 hours, so I don't get a chance to read all of the news and then watch all the interviews till the morning time. And once I saw what I saw, I put it in the Discord. And everybody just went crazy. Salute to everybody in the building early. Definitely, we got to get them likes up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. And if you are a subscriber, consider joining the channel. A lot going on. We will be back tonight, right after the game. So make sure you guys come right back here for the Knicks-Warriors game. Of course, we got the news that Jalen Brunson will miss tonight. He was listed as questionable, but then they said, nah, let's not push him. Great sign was that Jalen Brunson, he left walking on his own recognizance, no crutches, no walking boot. And so I'm happy that, to hear that about Jalen Brunson. So I just wanted to also give that little quick update. Hopefully he doesn't spend a lot of time out, but this is where, and I'm going to get to this, but this is where Towns can really show character. Tonight is the night for Towns to show character. And a lot of people, they criticize Towns. And I find myself on the side of giving him a lot of support because I feel like a lot of the criticisms is just ridiculous. They talk about his woman and, they talk about him being soft or they talk about him, I'm saying? All that's not basketball. I'm here to talk basketball. Right, I'm not here to talk about how a man looks and all of those things. I'm concerned with this brother not running back on defense. Okay, and then also later on this show, I will take calls. By the way, salute to us. We did reach the 1,800 mark. Big time salute to everybody who participated recently and subscribing to the channel, sharing the channel. I do appreciate it. We are on the road to 10,000. And our next milestone on the channel is 2,000. So definitely continue to hit that subscribe button. Linktree, as always, is king. It has everything on there. All my links to the merch, links to how you can support. I also added the Cash App back. Some people prefer Cash App. And I got to give a big time salute to my man Rock from the ATL. He actually did send in the Cash App last night before we cut the show. So I just wanted to give him a big time salute. And tell them let them know I appreciate the support, man. So now that we talked about Jalen Brunson and he's not going to be there tonight, I think we could win this game. It's going to be hard. But if Bodega Cat is the man that we think he is, to those who are rooting for Cat to succeed, or who don't show any real malice to Cat, tonight is the night for him to really make it happen. I'm going to go into research mode. Bam. All right. So if you don't know, this is your first time here, I put everything on the screen. So I speak from sources. This is the one source I'm going to tonight. A lot of stuff I'm going to be quoting from sources. And what I can do is I'll give you my sources after I go on my little build. Because I didn't have much time to put it together. I just needed to talk about this topic because I feel like it's something that is very, very important, right? And another thing I don't like is that people kind of jump the gun without waiting for the full details or waiting to see how Cat responds. See, that's another thing that I'm waiting on. Not even what he says, because if you expect Cat to go back at Brown, that would be out of his character, because he didn't even go at Draymond. When Draymond made the comments about, his wife and not, why he missed time and all that stuff, you know what Towns said? I respond with love. I ain't gonna lie. That response made it hard to defend Towns. I'm keeping it funky with you. One thing about this channel, I'm always going to keep it 100%. But so Towns saying that kind of made it a little difficult to defend him, right? But so this is the article that came out. Now, I'm going to play the soundbite as well, all right? Not going to play the video, but I'm going to play the soundbite so we could analyze Mike Brown's comments together and really get a gist for what he's talking about. Hold on, let me make sure you guys can hear this. Give me 2 seconds.
And even if you're the
okay, can you guys hear that? Let me know in the chat. You guys should be able to hear that. I see the volume. So I'm going to start it from the beginning, okay?
Something happened where he fell down. I think he drove, he fell down. When you fall down, you got to get up, you got to...
So hold on. So really quickly. So this is Mike Brown addressing Towns when he fell down, right? And he didn't get up to get back on on defense, okay? So this is what Mike Brown is currently referencing right now, all right? So I'm going to play it again so you guys could hear the comments. Matter of fact, you know what I could do? I'll go so you could read the comments while he's saying it. Okay, so bam. So right there, this paragraph where it says he drove, and I'll zoom in a little bit so you guys could read along while he's saying it, all right? I don't want to play the video, copyright reasons. So I'm just going to fair use. I'm going to fair use this one, all right? But you guys could actually read what he's saying.
Something happened where he fell down. I think he drove, he fell down. When you fall down, you got to get up, you got to sprint down the floor. And even if you're the last guy down the floor, you got to get down there just...
Now, I'm going to stop it right there really quickly. And I'll run it back and I'll play it all the way through. Let me just say this. When I saw Towns, I have it in my journal, by the way. 82 Nights, Basketball Fans Companion. Go get yours now. Okay? I wrote this down in my journal. And for me, this moment in the game it showed me that Towns gave up. Not on the season, okay? Let's not overinflate this, right? Let's keep it to where it's at. Because a lot of people who are trying to make this like drama filled, y'all probably don't play basketball. And you probably never played basketball on a competitive level. I'm not even saying you have to be an NBA player. But when you're playing the game, even a game that's supposed to be fun, it gets dicey, man. So I could only imagine on a professional level how this can go. Okay? So Mike Brown holding his players accountable.
Something happened where he fell down. I think he drove, he fell down. When you fall down, you got to get up, you got to sprint down the floor. And even if you're the last guy down the floor, you got to get down there just in case there's a long rebound. But there was no urgency. Now, that wasn't the only play. There were a handful of plays where we did that, but there was no sense of urgency.
So he's saying there's no sense of urgency, then he shifts it back to we. So he uses the Towns play as an example of the energy for the night, while calling Towns out at the same time for that play for that one play.
That particular play to get back. And it was a 5-point swing. You know, if he at least gets down the floor, long rebound, he's going to get it because he's trailing the play. But, you know, we watched the play at halftime, and he didn't even cross half court, you know, and that's part of that sums up, you know, what our night was.
So that's the comment. You can read it on the screen. You hear him. I'm not going to lie. What got me, right, initially was the title, right? Mike Brown calls out Towns for lazy play. And these writers have the ability to articulate themselves well, but put a narrative out there that makes you see it in a lens that may not be the most objective, the most level-headed, right? It was a lazy play. And I'm pretty sure Towns, right, would confess to that. Unless they got beef, I don't think Towns would be wrong and strong on this one. I really don't. But I like that because I feel like there's a lot of fake, especially in the NBA. Like of course, we're not in the locker room, so we don't really know unless you know, media, you're in the locker room. You don't know what's going on every day. And even if you go into the locker room one time or two times, you don't know what the locker room is like when there's no one outside is there, right? You only could deal with what people will tell you what's going on, but that's their perception and that's their opinion. Doesn't mean that it's an accurate depiction. But I'm going to tell y'all off the rip. I realistically don't think that this is that big of a deal, right? I mean, Mike Brown has had a history of calling his guys out, going back to Kobe Bryant. But he never does it, if you ask me. He never does it in a way where I don't think he's intentionally trying to be disrespectful, right? I don't think that he's doing it in a way where he's trying to tear guys down. Mike Brown and Towns both have said things about each other from a positive standpoint, right? Mike Brown said that he had conversations with Towns and he looks at him and as a leader on his team and someone that can take accountability. This is what he's talking about. And one of the things I'm going to say is this. If you can't take criticism, then maybe you should do something that's a little bit more low key. This is nothing. I'm keeping it real because I'm going to give you the real problem with Towns. Right? This is the real problem with Towns. He feels like he's in the game against the refs. He feels like he's in the game against the refs. I watch him. And he argues. Oh, they're beating me up. They fouled me. How did you not call it? He needs to stop that. It's not helping his case. It's making it worse. Because I'm going to tell the truth. This is level-headed Knicks talk. This is what we do on this channel. Towns, while you do get beat up, and yes, the refs don't call everything, but it goes on the inverse as well, Towns. You get away with a lot. You hook. You hook a lot. A lot of hooking. elbows. And then and the reason why he gets some of the offensive fouls he does get is because he has smaller guys guarding him. You don't need to do this. You could just hook shot right over him. You don't need to do this. Because when you do this, and you're so demonstrative when you do it, you more than likely will get called for a foul. But this is basketball. Like, we could call fouls on every play. Like, really. It's sort of like holding in football. Like, you could call holding damn near every play. Right? But that's not how the game flows. You're gonna get some and you're gonna lose some. But Towns' problem is he gets too infatuated with the refs not calling a foul, because that play, the soundbite that Brown was talking about, was when Towns thought he was fouled. He got knocked to the ground and was upset that he got knocked to the ground. And then when he gets upset after being knocked to the ground, he then has conversations with the refs. I saw him play himself out of, I can't remember the team we played, but there was one game where he just literally, he was arguing with the refs so badly that he just took himself out of the game. So I don't like this headline, and a lot of the headlines I saw, the lazy play, and I don't think it was as much as lazy as it was just frustration with the refs. And now instead of getting back on defense, you're focused on, well, damn, they're not going to call this on me. And now it's too late. The dude is already down there getting a bucket, right? And then you're just in a position where, you're not, it appears as though you're not giving it your all. But his focus is just he's too centered on the refs. But Mike Brown has done this. Like I said, I mean, the only player that he hasn't called out was LeBron James. And I'll get to that in a second. But with Kobe Bryant, I got a quote here. He says that Mike Brown openly criticized the team's defensive effort, explicitly naming Kobe as one of the offenders. He said Bryant was as guilty as everyone else for failing to contest shots and play tight defense on the perimeter. Every media ear perked up at the new coach calling out Kobe by name. But listen to Bryant's reaction. Kobe told the reporters that he welcomed the critique. If I make a mistake, it's the coach's job to correct that. If he can't point that out to me, he has no chance of pointing it out to anybody else, Kobe emphasized. I share that detail to say that if the great Kobe Bryant, one of the greatest basketball players of all times, one of the greatest basketball minds of all times, if Mike Brown can call him out for a play, he didn't demean Towns as a basketball player. Come on, dude. He didn't do that. He called him out for one play. If Kobe can be called out for his defensive effort in a preseason game, by the way, you telling me Towns can't get that same criticism? This is what we do. I play ball still. I hadn't played in a while, but a while for me is since not summer, since last fall. And my guys are telling me, you messing up right now. I tell them, you messing up. Set the screen, get the hell out of there. Matter of fact, I can't remember which Objective Fan Hoops video it was. It's one of them. If y'all watch the Objective Fan Hoops, I'm telling my man, you got to set the screen and get the hell out of here. Basically, he was playing like Mitchell Robinson. Like, don't set the screen and stand there, bro. Like, get out of here. By the way, to all the Mitchettes, I threw a bone. Relax. I like Mitch. I thought Mitch was solid last night. But we all lose as a team, so I don't really care about individual efforts and the losing cost, right? Like we lost the game. You feel me? So I might, yeah. But the point that I'm saying is that you're going to get on the guys. You know what I'm saying? And then he also got on the famous De'Aaron Fox situation where he called him out for making a defensive lapse. I don't even want to even get into all this old stuff like that. Of course, it was reported that Dan Gilbert told Mike Brown to, he discouraged any confrontation with LeBron. So LeBron was the only player that you can say that Mike Brown didn't really call out. And Delonte West stood up and thought it was a double standard, right? And this is what Delonte West said. Everyone has to be accountable for what they do, not just some of us. And then Brown essentially conceded the point. But let me tell you something. When Brown first cursed LeBron in 2005, that was his first time coaching. By the time he gets to the Lakers, he's a little bit more polished. He was an assistant. And then now he goes to Sacramento. He has the De'Aaron Fox incident. I don't feel like going into the De'Aaron Fox incident. A lot of us know what that's about. That was just last year, right? And then fast forward to now. So I'm going to keep it real. To all of the Coach Tibbs critics, he conditioned you. If you have a problem or if you feel like, oh, wow, I can't believe Mike Brown said that, you were conditioned by Coach Tibbs because Coach Tibbs never called out individual players, especially his star players. Now, he did say some things about Cam Reddish. He was never too fond about Cam Reddish. It was well reported on that. But he's not a superstar or a star player or a starter, right? So, Tibbs always said, we have to do it. And if he was talking about a superstar, he always said we. He spoke in we. Mike Brown speaks in we as well, because even in that soundbite, he said we. But he will use his star player as an example. Like, listen, I'm talking to him the same way I would talk to you. And I think it's great coaching, to be honest. I'm going to keep it real. So, yeah, that's my take on it, man. I think people are making a bigger deal out of this, man. I don't think it's nothing there. If you guys want to call up, you guys can. 646-995-8389. Let me see if I can get the phone on the screen. Where's the number? But the number is in the chat, though, too, and in the description. But I'm trying to get it on the screen as well. Let me see if this is it. Okay, bam. Yeah, there you go. 646-995-8389. I fixed the calling issue I had last night. So if you guys want to call in, of course, 3-minute rules apply. Last night I was letting you guys slide a little bit. Salute to my man once again, Rock from the ATL for the donation. And he was one of the callers last night. But definitely, if you have something you want me to share, if you have something you want me to break down in a message form, because you can't call, you could also, send a link tree, or you could send a Cash App. One of the two, doesn't matter. I see my man HIM the Great in the building. Big time salute to you. So do I think that there's this eternal rift between Towns and Brown? No, I think that this is just basketball, guys. And I play basketball, so it gets dicey, bro. Listen, it's not always roses, man. It's not always peaches. It's not going to always be that way. Okay? It's not going to always be that way. All right. We do got a caller. Get this brother on the line. Hello, caller. State your name and where you calling from.
Yuri.
Hold on. Can you hear me? Hold on.
I
make
hear
this
you loud
tweet.
and clear.
Hello, caller. Let the people know what's your name, where you calling from.
This is Yuri. Can you hear me?
Okay, hold on, Yuri. I can't hear you, but they can hear you. Hold on, let me make this adjustment. I can hear you now, Yuri. What's going on?
Oh, not much. I saw your video. I wanted to make a comment about it.
Yeah, go ahead. Tell me, what was your thoughts about, this Mike Brown? I know I put it in the Discord, and the Discord was in an uproar, but go ahead.
I'm going to be a positive Yuri tonight. I'm not going to be the do damn. I don't think there's no problem with calling Cat out. I think Mike Brown's comments was justified in it.
100%.
But I must say, there is a risk with that. You don't know if you're going to turn on the locker room. You know?
Right. 100%.
But I'm willing to, trust our guys and say, okay, Cat got called out. Let's back him up and let's help him out.
Yeah. I mean, you're it. Kobe Bryant, he called out Kobe Bryant.
Right.
Come on, dude. If he's calling out the Black Mamba, you're nobody.
Exactly.
You're nobody. Go ahead.
Exactly. And his comments were justified last night. Let's be real.
Right. And also, he wasn't throwing him under the bus. Like, to the people who feel that way, like, he threw him under the bus. Because, everybody got fans, right? So I'm talking. So when you hear me talk, I'm talking to a certain sect of people, right? It may not be you, but there are people who think this way.
Right. And I didn't think that way at all. I didn't get that impression from it at all.
Right. Yeah. It's not that.
Even with the Cat had
ahead,
other crap these last few games.
Right.
There's no justifying it.
Right. 100%.
But at the same time, though, that's the risk you take as a head coach.
Yeah.
Yeah. But do I think there's a real issue between Cat and Mike Brown? No, absolutely not.
Nah. Dude, Yuri, do you play basketball?
Yeah, I played a little bit back in my day.
So did guys yell at you, and do you yell at guys? Like, I'm talking about your teammates now. What are you doing?
No, we would get into it, but then at the end of the day, it's all love.
It's all love. That's all it is. It ain't, you know what I'm saying? This is us playing for fun. you feel me? So on a professional level, yeah.
When it gets down to the nitty gritty, though, Karan, we got to win these games.
Nah, we do.
Like, let's be for real.
Yeah, we do.
You feel me?
Oh, we do. Oh.
Like we got.
I'll let you get your final thoughts out, Yuri. The phone lines are on
my
fire.
final thoughts is this: the Knicks are going through a real big funk right now. It's probably the worst funk they've ever been in. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I got you.
We all, but here's the thing, Karan, all NBA teams are struggling right now, including OKC.
Right. Man, we all go through it, man. Detroit gonna go through it too. Yeah.
So we as fans, have to continue to back this team, and we have to trust that Leon Rose will make a trade.
Yep.
Which we all know is coming.
Oh, yes, 100%, man. But, Yuri, I do appreciate you, brother. We will be back tonight.
No, not tonight.
What do you mean?
I'm going to sleep early, Karan. I ain't doing no 10 a.m., 1 o'clock show.
Okay, all right. So that's cool. I got the morning show. We also doing the morning show.
Try to be up for the morning show.
All right, bet, man. I appreciate you, Yuri.
Love you too, brother.
All right, peace. Before I get to the next call, let's take a brief commercial break.
Real question. Do you actually know basketball, or do you just watch it? Because most fans watch games and talk, but they're not breaking anything down. No tracking, no documentation, no real analysis, just reactions and baseless opinions. 82 Nights changes that, though. Over 200 pages to analyze what you're watching, track rotations, break down patterns, highlight players, take actual notes. That's how you go from someone who watches to someone who knows. That's how your basketball IQ levels up. Link in chat, hardcover or soft. Stop guessing, start documenting today.
Yes. Definitely go get your 82 Nights, the official basketball intelligence system. Man, it'll expand your game. Everything you can, if you want to, check it out. It's on the link tree, okay? Let me just show you guys once again, linktree/The Objective Fan. This link is in the chat and it's in the comments. Let me get to the next call. Hello, caller. State your name, where you calling from.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Richie.
How's it going, man? D from LA, man. Talk to me, man.
I'm going to keep it straight to the point.
Let's go.
If the question is there a problem with Cat? I'm going to ask you just a couple simple questions, and then I'm going to keep it short. If Kobe Bryant was going to play tonight, what would you expect from Kobe?
Oh, my God. Man, 60, 50, 40. One of those three options right there.
Okay. If Giannis was going to play tonight, what would you expect from Giannis?
Oh, my God. Same thing.
Okay. So here's the last question.
Go ahead.
What Cat are we getting tonight?
Ooh, that's
Right.
what I was. That's what I was leaning towards that when I was saying earlier. Like this will show his character because it's not about being upset that the coach. I hope he's not upset. I don't think he is upset. I'm praying he's not upset. But
Right.
Your response is okay. I got to bring it, especially
Right.
against Draymond Green.
But now
Nah,
here's the
dog.
crazy part. Here's the crazy thing, though, right?
Yeah.
Because when I was asking you this question, I wasn't even asking based on what Coach said about Cat.
Okay.
The core of the question is whether Coach said that about Kobe or not. Kobe is doing that same thing every night.
That is a fact.
He's going insane. The problem with Cat is we don't know what Cat we will get any given night. The man makes $60 million next year and the following. That can't be the conversation because I've always been the one who says Jalen Brunson's got to use him more. Jalen Brunson, cool. But outside of Jalen Brunson, it shouldn't matter what Jalen Brunson's doing. You're paid like you should know how to dominate regardless of who's on the roster, you know? And I've defended Cat because he's an amazing talent, but man. It's getting tricky for Cat. It's getting tricky, man. It's becoming too much. It's like sometimes you watch him and you're like, yo, this dude can't be serious right now. You can't drive to the basket, fall. Like, bro, come on, man.
Yeah, he does that too much, man.
And the thing is, like, and I know Knicks fans can feel me on this because I never, and as I've said this to you multiple times, and I will keep bringing it up because it's something that I appreciate about your perspective of basketball. You look at basketball, I'll keep saying it. You look at basketball from the final game of the championship and you look backwards, right? The reason why that's important is because when I look at somebody like Julius Randle when he was on the team, I was willing to tolerate a lot of the stuff that I couldn't tolerate or I didn't want to tolerate because of his salary. So in the return of investment based on the salary in a salary cap league, Randle did a lot of stuff wrong, but he outperformed his contract. So I didn't mind it. It's like, whatever.
Right.
I'm willing to tolerate a lot of things if, the contract makes sense. It's like, yo, Cat, we can't afford to, bruh.
Yeah, we can't afford it, man. You hit a great point. I forgot to touch on that. You right, 100%. No, you right about the response. That was another piece I wanted to get to. I was kind of freestyling tonight. I didn't really have nothing scripted, but I wanted to say exactly what you just said. The point that he needs to bring it tonight. See, we don't need to defend him, right? He don't need to say nothing to defend himself. All he has to do is go out there and drop 40. He go out there and drop 40. Nobody going to complain.
And the crazy thing is that the fact that you're bringing it up specifically about this team, specifically after what Coach said, I wasn't even thinking that, but you have a very valid point. If there was a night to do something to show you are no chump, it is tonight.
Bingo, man. But I appreciate you. I appreciate you, man. D. I will be going live tonight. I know you on the West Coast, so if you want to call in tonight.
You know this already. I'm on.
Yeah, so we gonna be at win or lose. I'm here. I don't care.
I got you. All
right. Peace.
And I'm gonna pick up that book too. Next paycheck, I got that book.
Oh yeah, let's go, man. Yeah, 100%, man. And it won't disappoint, brother. Trust me.
No doubt.
All right, big time.
Yeah.
All right, keep the calls coming. He brought up something. I forgot to touch on that. My bad. But he hit it. Towns has to bring it tonight. Let me get to a couple of people called. I do appreciate you guys and your support. Let me get my man. This is gonna be a good call. I'm curious to see where he's going with this. Let's see if this brother's still available. And if I miss your call, I will call you back, by the way.
Yo.
Talk to me, JJ. What do you got to say? Do
What
I
up,
need to
man?
put up a
What's
disclaimer?
poppin' with you? Yeah, man. Listen, yo, Cat, it's time to go, bro. He's gotta go.
We going there? Go ahead, JJ. Go ahead. 3 minutes. Go ahead.
He's
I'm not gonna say nothing.
I mean, the play, it's all over. It's all over the internet, so everybody's seen it. Where he didn't hustle back, and then we gave up. Westbrook hits a wide open three. I mean, he didn't even try to get back. He's slipping. He gets up. He doesn't run at all. He's like not even half jogging. Getting outplayed, outworked, out-hustled by Precious Achua and a couple of rookies. It's, he's in his head. He's just in his head. And You think he's going to do anything tonight versus Draymond? That's not the guy you want to go up against when you're in your own head. Because Draymond's going to punk him.
Oh,
He's going
God.
to punk the living, you know what, out of him. If he has more than 10 points and 4 rebounds tonight, I'll be shocked.
Wow.
Shocked. It's not going. What's he going to do versus Draymond? He can't do nothing versus rookies. What's he going to do versus Draymond Green? He's going to post them up? Oh, hell no. You know he ain't doing that.
But to be
He's
fair,
not-
JJ, those were not average rookies. Let me stop. I'm joking. Go ahead, JJ. I can't even defend him. He got to defend himself. Go ahead, JJ. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good, brother. Like, yeah,
Mhm.
I'm not expecting a thing tonight. A thing.
Wow.
Where's Draymond Green? And I hate Draymond. I'm not trying to give him props, but this is
Right.
not
No,
the
no,
guy
no.
you want
It's
to
fair.
go against when you're in your own head.
Damn.
It's just not. It's not the matchup for you, man. Like, yeah, I'm ready. Like his game, his game is so predictable. Okay, he has for one of the best shooting big men ever. He has 0 mid-range game, none to speak of. No mini whatsoever. Don't you think if he had a mid-range, that would give the defenders, another thing to think about? It's just a clunky, awkward, ugly drive from like the top of the key, the 3-point line, which I hate with a passion. Never ends well. He's falling down. He's doing the push off. It's just terrible. It's just awful. Or he's shooting a 3 from the top of the key, sometimes 4 or 5 feet behind the line. No post-up game to speak of. No mid-range game to speak of. It's just a super predictable, like, skill set right now. Super predictable. And it's just not good.
You know, JJ, I'm going to defend him. Look, I'm drinking from the Bodega Cat mug, by the way. You could get this on the shop, too, if you go to the link tree. I'm trying to be a support, man. I'm trying to be a support, but, it's hard to defend him when, everything you're saying is right.
But I will say this real quick. It's not just him. Like, he's not the only like, I'm giving a lot of blame on our wings. OG, bro. Like, I hear people say, oh, he's still playing great defense. No, that's cap. That's just straight up cap. His defense, no. His defense is not there this year. I'm sorry. Like, the eye test. I don't know, numbers, this and that. No, his defense has not been very good. It's been suspect, average-ish. Nothing special whatsoever.
I would say recently it's definitely took a downslide.
Oh yeah, but even in early, I don't think at any point it was like great. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
he was doing a good. No, he was doing good. He had the national media people saying, "Oh, defensive team," but recently I agree. I don't. It hasn't been good. Like people been giving the business.
But OG, his defense, I feel like he's more. I feel like he's a better team defender than like a one-on-one, I'm going to lock you up. Because I don't see that. I see him like helping, like team defense is good. Like he's in the passing lanes. He's switching if someone misses a rotation.
Right.
That's pretty solid. But his man-to-man is not there. Not right now. It's just not.
All right,
if you're
JJ, listen,
over
man.
200 mil, and you're supposed to be out there for 3 and D, and you're not giving us either.
Damn. JJ, I got to cut it, Jay. It's too much. I appreciate you, man. I can't even argue against you, man, because and trust me, I want to, but you're right,
good, brother.
But I appreciate you tonight. If you still up,
at you later, man.
Yeah, and I'll still be up.
Man.
All right, peace.
All right, man. Peace, man.
That's my man JJ from Brooklyn. I do got another Brooklyn caller. Look to all the Brooklyn people, man. Brooklyn everywhere. So it would only make sense for the majority of the calls to be from Brooklyn. You feel me? What's going on with my phone? Hold on, y'all. Sorry about that. This had a crazy technical. Let me see if I get him over here. 646-995-8389. I'll take a couple of more calls. Got a little bit of time before the game starts. Just wanted to get this topic in. And then tonight we'll be right back after the game. See if I get this.
Telephone number 3.
Okay. All right. Let me get. Okay. This is going to be an interesting call. Gino, if you want to call back after this call, my brother. This is going to be an interesting one. I promise.
Peace.
How's it going, JJP? What's going? We have one JJ to another. talk to me,
Now,
brother.
JJP. There's a P at there. Everybody's always
but it's still a
getting me mixed
JJ
up
though.
with JJ. Yes, I'm from Brooklyn. Yes, there's JJ in my name, but there's a P after the second J, and there's a NYC after that. Let's get it straight. All right, 3 minutes.
I got you.
Let's go. I'm not even upset about last night. I'm going to be very objective. I'll take the emotion out of it. Listen, you got to win tonight. One. That's one thing. The second thing is Mike Brown. I don't like the way he's calling out players in press conferences. At least your vets. It's not like Tibbs when he called out RJ when it came to his shooting. And RJ was like a rookie or a second-year guy.
Right, yeah, that's true. Yeah,
put in more work. Cat is a 30-year-old man. He knows what he has to do. Now, whether he's checked out is one thing. Whether he's just his head is not in the game, or he's got the trade flu or something. I don't know.
He said the trade flu. Oh God.
I don't know. But regardless, don't call out your guy in a press conference after the game. I'm not feeling that. I'm sorry. It's like grown man to grown man. I feel like that's something you keep within the team, and that's how the locker room stays strong. I feel like he's losing the locker room if he hasn't lost it already. But again, I'm gonna keep it objective. This is not one of those calls where because they lost last night, because they lost to the 10-win Kings, that I'm up in arms.
Right.
I didn't even watch it past like the middle of the second quarter because, I got to get up early. And,
of course.
And if I'm gonna be up late, let it be like that Portland game last year. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Something at least they're putting effort out there, even if they don't win. But it's like a fight.
Yeah, of course. That's life. You want to take losses,
right?
But at least let it be that you put some effort into it.
Exactly.
So that's where I'm at with things, man. Like I'm not letting these dudes stress me out, bro. I got enough stress.
There you go. And that's why,
bro.
That's why I try to balance it, because even though I'm hard on this team too, but I don't want to jump off the deep end. If you feel like Mike Brown, shouldn't have did it in public, I can see that argument, because Tibbs wanted to done it. Tibbs always just uses team, but except the RJ was the one time and the Cam Reddish. But besides that, Tibbs didn't really do that. He just made it a team thing. I just hope Towns, come on, Towns. Towns shouldn't respond negative to this when he didn't respond negative to Draymond. When they asked him about it, when they asked him about Draymond, he said, "I choose to respond with love." That's what he said. And Draymond was talking about your wife and not believing it, saying it was all cap on his podcast. Where was that energy? So if you're going to have that energy for Mike Brown, are you scared of Draymond Green? Come on, Cat. You got to show some character.
Okay. Again, I'm going to be objective.
Go ahead.
The NBA is a fraternity. So maybe Cat chose not to speak out against Draymond because he knows that so there's the fraternity within your team, and then there's fraternity amongst all the players.
Okay.
Mike Brown never played in the NBA. He's an NBA coach, but he never played in the NBA. The coaches have their own little fraternity.
Right.
As you know, like when a coach gets fired, they always stick up for that guy, even if he deserved it. Or 100%. Didn't deserve it.
100%.
So I think that's probably more so what that was. Conspiracy theory hat on, put the tinfoil.
Yeah. But you see, the only problem with your conspiracy is Draymond should have did it first and said, you know what, he's a part of the fraternity. I'm not going to talk about the brother like that. But I'll let you get the last word though, JJP.
That's true, but he's earned it.
Okay. All right.
I don't know. Do you agree or disagree?
No, I think that I think that what I was saying is how I feel. Like he shouldn't have a problem with Mike Brown when he didn't have a problem with. I'm sticking with that because the one is basketball, and I honestly don't think that the quote was that bad. I think that the play, we all saw the play. I'm not sure if you saw it real time, but we all saw the play, and we were like, "What the hell was that?" I wrote it in the journal. I'm like, what the hell was that? So, sometimes, we maybe he shouldn't have said it in public. I could see that, but it needed to be said though. It needed to be said. Like, dude, you can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, bro, like you can't, because he's too focused on the refs. He was upset the refs ain't call a foul. That's what it was, y'all. I'm telling you.
I liked when, these past couple games where he hasn't really gotten, he has seemed more focused after, I think it was the Spurs game, and he kept complaining about the refs, or whichever game, like the Portland game, he just seemed focused, efficient, just ready to war. And like I said, I didn't watch the whole game, so I'm surprised that he's been on like this crusade with the refs again, because it's like, dog, you promised it looks like you promised yourself to do the opposite when you did it.
Right.
Yeah, but anyhow,
100%, man. But I appreciate you, JJP. Not to be confused with JJ, even though we all from Brooklyn. All right.
No, two of the same letters, same borough, different neighborhood.
Different neighborhood. There you go. I appreciate you, JJP. I'll see you in the Discord in a second before the game.
Peace, man.
All right. Man. By the way, if you're wondering how to get a part of the Discord, what you could do is join the channel. This is a members only Discord. We have really good conversations in there. There's no trolls. I have a troll free zone. We talk basketball. I give my rawest thoughts. Sometimes it might not be the most level headed because it's in the moment, but you gonna get the real unfiltered me. I drop stats in the game while the game is on. So all you got to do when you go visit the channel, you hit that join button, bam, and you can see the Knicks Tape Madness Discord server access. That's how you get to it. And that's not the only thing you get. It's a lot of perks. When you become a member of this channel, you don't only get, it's not just a donation and you want to show love. I do appreciate the donations, by the way, but it's not that, right? It's you actually get content. You get inside the Discord, which is a great way to extend the conversation with me. If you're feeling the vibes on here, we get you in on Discord. I'm keeping it 100% real with you. So a couple of announcements. We will be back tonight for right after the game. Late is late. I know a lot of you guys got to get up early, so it is what it is. I see you in the morning. We also got the morning show. That's why I do the morning show. If you can't make the late night, get on the morning show. If you can't call in, you can listen. We got the morning show that's produced by the great Maxine. She does a great job, putting together everything. So we got that tomorrow morning as well. I got a Knicks in 10 show, which I actually glad I remembered it because I got to do something for that show. But that show would possibly be at 9 o'clock or 7 o'clock. It depends because I might also do a triple header. I might do a Knicks Nocturnal. Especially if something crazy happens. If something crazy happens tomorrow, I'm more than likely going to do 3 shows. But if it's a regular day, I'm going to see how I feel. But I know Maxine's like, no, we're not. We're going to do 3 shows because she always wants to work me. But I do appreciate you guys. That's what I got up and coming. I see the channel members on fleek right now. Salute to my man JJ in the chat. Of course, HRM the Great. My man Yuri was in the building. Big time salute to all the subscribers in the chat. I do appreciate every single one of you. I see Sherwin. I see my man. Who else is in here? My man David Smith. Big time salute to you. We will be back tonight, man. I'm looking forward to a bounce back. I don't give a damn that Brunson's not there. You know how I get down. No excuses. Next man up. That's just how we got to live. Everybody's banged up. The Kings didn't have 2 of their top 4 scorers in Murray and Sabonis, and they beat us. I don't give a damn who's there, who's not there. Get it done. You got the Bodega Cat. By the way, salute to the Bodega Cat. Hit the link tree, right? And go to the merch section in the link tree. Go get you a Bodega Cat mug, man. It's fire. All right? I know he's not the most, he kind of been dropping the ball recently, but he's still my guy, man. They're all my guy. Cat is my guy. Mike Brown, Jalen Brunson, Mitchell Robinson, believe it or not, to the Mitchettes. I love Mitchell Robinson. I love them all. I just call out the shortcomings. Like, yo, bro, what are you doing? You're a professional player. Set the screen. Get the hell out of there. Don't stand there. Don't not lazily. Wrong word. That's the New York Post word. Don't gingerly move away from the screen, get the hell out of there. And also, they should let the other guys run screen and roll with Mitch too, because they're not blitzing them. And then tell Mitch, roll hard every time. When you set that screen for OG, get out of there. But that's all I got for you guys tonight. I do appreciate you guys. We'll be back tonight. And until next time, as always, win or lose, by the way. I've been with this team since like the late early 90s to the mid 90s. I've been riding with this team no matter what, from the good years to the bad years. So as always, no matter what, let's go Knicks.